what do they call it? Right, thank you very much. For next week's cards.
Shall we begin? Ready? Well, we're a bit late commencing it on Thursday, 4th of August 2022 for the purpose of transacting and the following business. Right. Firstly, colleges of absence, Alan? None. Declarations of interest. Any councillor should disclose pecuniary or non-pecuniary interest in any of the items on this agenda. Public question time. Any questions?
I'd just like to, it's regarding the local plan 2036. Obviously we're aware tonight what's on the agenda, and I know there's quite a lot of residents who come again tonight from Springvale Rise, but can I just ask the councillors, have you all got your copies now of the updated details regarding the hearings for the Highfields proposed building?
Obviously I have.
So has each councillor actually got your copies? Oh.
No, we have email. No, I've got email.
So obviously the Highfields people are asking, their ward councillor now, obviously Councillor Shane Folletti, was since resigned, was part of the campaign. Am I right, Councillor Hurst and Councillor Mitchell? You two now are supposed to be leading the campaign to help Highfields people. So what stage are you actually helping them? And are you part of the meeting now? Because obviously you say you've not got the updated details about the proposed building. Are you actually representing your wards at the meetings that's going to be held on the 20th of September? I take it you do know about them meetings?
No.
Can I address this to the town clerk then, please? Why, when Minnie Schofield, the planning officer, if I can get copies of everything, including the agendas, I've been in touch with Mr. Chickett's office today and yesterday. Mr. Chickett probably will be attending and representing the meeting at Highfields, at their residence. Which two nominations, because the date's actually closed on the 12th of August. So which two councillors are actually going to represent? You are the ward councillors. Why are you not down to go and attend the meeting to represent the Highfield people and the fighting the campaign against the proposed 186 houses being built?
I haven't been nominated.
No, because you're saying you don't know Councillor Hurst, so I'm asking the council town clerk, where's all your packs with all the details on?
Can I just step in here?
Yeah.
I will just let you all know that we have had all emails about what's happening from Minnie Schofield. Alan has sent them on. Obviously I will be one of the representatives at this meeting on 20th of September. Nobody else has come forward yet to actually join. I don't know whether Alan is busy with me.
That is the issue, why the Lowfields and residents of Springvale Rise on LP21, we were 12 months behind because this council didn't do what they should have done with statements of information, community plans to the residents. And now we're finding the Highfield residents, since the resignation of Shane Folletti, are going to be in the same position. You're just admitting you haven't got the updates about the meeting agendas. The two councillors, you can't name which two councillors, and you are their ward councillors, why you're not there going to be going to the meeting to represent the Highfields people. There's been huge amendments to it. which I've been in touch with planning officer, Mr Trickett's officer, Councillor Hurd. So I'm just asking, obviously the emails have come to you as a council. Are we in the same situation? What you did on the residents of Springvale Rise, are you now doing on the residents of Highfields? Because it looks like you are.
Yes, not reading the email.
Is
Well-
nobody going to say anything?
Well,
You're representing us, you're voted on. What are you sitting there for, just like dummies? Is anybody going to go to that meeting?
Yes,
For the high
I'm
view?
excited that I am going to that meeting on the
Well, where's the
20th.
other ones that's going to go?
I cannot speak for all,
They're
all the rest.
representing us, you're voted on to represent us, why aren't they opening their mouths?
I honestly cannot speak for the rest of the
Wasted time then, isn't it?
Yeah, I honestly
Councillor,
can't.
I'll go with you. I didn't know anything about it.
I don't know what you mean.
So who is, which councillor is supposed to be representing that area? Because it weren't just Shane. So why aren't you speaking up and saying something for the people that selected you?
Exactly, why are you sitting there like a dummy?
Well, they're council for it, they're not.
Can you give him the microphone, please, so we can hear him?
It's a bit late, isn't it, if you've not seen
So
the plans?
why are you not reading your emails?
Well, it will be on the emails, but I haven't read them yet.
But why?
Why are you not council if you're not watching out?
Well,
Sorry, the actual closing date for consultation stage 2, you're going to read them pretty quick. It's on the 12th of August.
right.
The town clerk hasn't notified you as councillors to put you forward. You are these people's
Joe.
representatives and they're ward councillors. Why are you not saying again, why were you're putting them people in the same situation as we were? They're blind, they're not knowing.
But I would have to see the plans. You know if I'm against the plans or not.
Well, but it's not about you, it's the people that you're representing. It's not what you think. You are representing the people on that
And
board.
all
here.
the plans of housing development and proper building, losing all the green spaces, then you should not be a councillor representing these people.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Not about your opinion, it's about the
What
community's
the community
opinion.
wants.
Well, I have an opinion as well.
Well, we've not heard it. We've not heard it.
Can we just...
No.
one at a
That's
time,
how it
speak at a
works.
time?
No, you're representing the community.
That's how it works. If I agree with something and you disagree with something, that's it.
So have you told them that you're not going to
Well, start and read your
It's a
emails, do your job.
representation of people. You're supposed to speak up on behalf of them, not on what you think, on what they think will be represented.
You voted in to represent the community.
Yeah.
And all
I
we
am-
can see is you're not representing the community residents.
So you agree with the building then? That's what you're saying.
No, I don't.
Have you actually told the community?
You know, because you're not saying the actually no. So you're not interested.
Well, I would
Are
have
you
to see.
interested or what?
I would have to see the full plans before I make a
Well,
decision.
get looking for
I
it.
think
But
next
we
time
had a meeting. But we had a meeting. We had a meeting with the actual planning officer.
The council
You can't make it up.
Then can you just allow him to speak?
The council voted to oppose the plans. I wasn't part of the vote. I've got to see the plans before I oppose them or
How long
agree with
ago
them.
was that?
If it's the one that you represent, and you haven't seen them or you haven't had an interest in looking.
Can I just have a word?
I've seen outline plans, I haven't seen the full plan. No, nobody's seen the full plan.
Have you got any intention of actually looking at it?
I have, yes.
When are you going to
Well,
do
Rio.
it? Is there a deadline?
I will look at the email. As I say, I work full time. I will look at the
You
email.
need to have a timeline. How many people on this committee here, councillors, are going to oppose it? Can you show your hands if you're going to oppose it?
I'm not going to be bullied into
I'm not
opposing something that I haven't seen
going to
yet.
oppose it.
You're not being bullied, you're representing.
Just because you people in the audience are against it doesn't mean I am.
Oh, right.
Listen, I've been up there 58
Resign
years.
then.
I don't want
Resign because I don't agree with your opinion.
No, no, no. working for us.
No. I've got my own opinion as well.
Well, so have we.
So,
And come voting, you'll lose it, mate.
Can I just say what you should represent?
I do represent, but I don't have to agree with you all the time.
But you've got to listen to their
I'm going to listen to all the arguments and put my case on.
It's
But
a big thing
just
on the
because,
agenda, this, it's not just something no.
just because the majority of people in Highfield's area are opposed against it, it doesn't mean I am.
Well, how can you represent them then?
You don't even know
Isn't that
councillors,
nonsense?
don't address the residents as looking at us as troublemakers.
It's a good job they're not here
Ask
then,
your
isn't it?
council, ask your town clerk. You've got until next the 12th. You should have put your expression is to go by the 12th of August.
Next
You're saying
Friday.
you've not even read the emails. Well, why?
Can I just end it?
Well,
Can I-
bloody whack up nuts, isn't
Councillor,
it?
can I just end it? Can I just end it there? Right.
I can represent you, it don't mean I have to agree with you.
Oh, pass it on.
It seems that you're opposed to this development, does that mean I have to be opposed to it? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Councillors are
No, but you need
supposed
to
to be
get
a
No, it's
upset
not.
and read something.
If the local people don't want it, they should back them. That's what they want.
No, that's how it works. If they oppose it, they oppose it. I've got to see them before I oppose it. I might agree with it.
Have you read the Nolan Principles?
What a waste of the blow.
Have you read the Nolan Principles?
Place of the seat.
Best thing about him than having man's leg.
I can't understand it, you're not there to articulate their views. They might not be your views, and you can actually point that out. And you still have to represent them. Since you don't want to do it.
Councillor Kenyon, have a word.
Oh, God.
If I can just reiterate that after the last meeting of what happened at Woodlands, we put objections into Woodlands and to Highfield, it's already gone in. So all details and everything, I won't be objecting again to think I've spent 2 or 3 days presenting that to Wakefield. So they have got a written objection from this council in on both proposals. Now, like Mrs. Houghton states that John Trickett's leading way with that. I think we should get an update from the district council as well, because it is as much a district matter as a local end of town council matter.
Councillor Kenyon, can I ask you a question?
Book passing again.
Can I ask you, right, we've come before this council on 3 separate occasions in regard to LP21, right? Other issues as well, but we'll set them to one side. On each occasion we've been promised that councillors will go to Wakefield and come back with the answers to our questions. Not once has that occurred. Not once. Right? We'll speak to Denise Jeffries tomorrow. We'll make phone calls. We'll come back. We'll have a meeting with you. This started over 12 months ago. We're in the dark even now. What we understand now is that we've got to wait until October till the Secretary of State makes a decision whether he's going to free the land, or she's going to free the land, this is like the she, we don't know, right, from Greenbelt, right, so that they can build on it. But we're having to wait all the time for information. There's nothing proactive from this council, right? It does concern me slightly. You're entitled to your view. I completely respect that, right? But also, you have to articulate your constituents' views. You might not agree with them, and if you don't, you've got then a point of conscience about whether you can represent them or not. Then you have to make a decision whether you should step down or whether you continue to do it. I'm not telling you how to conduct yourself, but it's not good enough to say, you've got a view, I've got another view, we can't meet. And you do need to read the emails. There seems to be a pattern emerging from this authority, right, that you never read the emails, or the emails are not sent to certain people. They're sent to targeted groups. Too many people.
And you have to ask why, what's going on. We can never get transparency, we can never get honesty. I'm not going to say we can't get integrity, because we do have people with integrity. We know that, but we never seem to get honest answers.
Just give me the honest answer.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
not saying that's a dishonest answer from you. I'm saying my problem with you is about the division in terms of your view and their view. And you're
I
saying
don't think you like honest answers. That's the thing.
What? You're basically, can I just answer this? Right, I'll just answer this. I'm getting the impression that you look to deflect or divert when people put uncomfortable questions. You throw it back like, you don't want an honest answer. I do want an honest answer. Right, I've already acknowledged that you're entitled to a different view. Right, but you don't seem to understand that your constituents are entitled to fair representation. You don't seem to grasp that.
If that's your attitude, you're not representing us.
Can I give this back to
Can I move progress a bit and give you the update from John Cricket? I think most of you have actually seen this letter from John Cricket. Part of it is for LP21 and the rest is for the update on the airfields and what proposals and changes have made. So this is the first letter from Mr. Trickett. Dear constituents, I am writing to inform you about my most recent submission regarding matter 13 of LP21. Earlier this year I submitted my opposition to the local plan consultation proposal to build housing on the land east of Wakefield Road in Emsworth. One of the main points I made was that the nature areas such as Baylead Park directly adjacent to the proposed site could be at risk of damage to sensitive ecosystems. I have now seen an ecological impact assessment report from West Yorkshire Ecological Service which supports the claim that wildlife and plant life could be at risk. The service has shown that there are a number of animal species which are protected under the Wildlife and Countryside Act 1981 at the park, including water voles, brown long-eared bats and other bats. Can't say that word, I'm sorry. The site also falls within the amber risk zone for Great Crested Newt district level licensing. There is also Tory owls, little greeds, reed buntings, which are designated as birds of conservation concern. Our local history, culture and environment are not only a part of our heritage, but also a part of our identity and sense of cohesion as a community, and it is vital that this is fully considered when reviewing matter 13. I have therefore again listened to Wakefield Council highlighting the findings of the report and urging them to consider the need to preserve and protect the flora and fauna of the area. And obviously he's going to get back to us as soon as he can. Obviously, we know we came into this fight very late, but we are trying every avenue, every way we can to put our points of views forward on what we want for our area. So that from this ticket is quite a good thing really. So that's the first one. Yeah.
Some of you's put in the view, put helping us, but a lot aren't. You can count on one hand how many's helping.
We're trying.
Some of you are, that's what I'm trying to say, some of you are trying.
Thank you for them, but the others, it's a waste of space.
Most of them don't even know how excited they are. No idea.
They've not even got the update for the high fields. They've not read emails. And the councillors.
The problem that you're going to encounter is obviously when we get a new Prime Minister, whether that might be. I don't know if you've been watching the debates and the hustings, etc. They're on about making planning so that it's local councils make the decision whether it goes out of green belt into brown belt. So we need people on this council that are going to be looking after our green spaces.
Hell yeah. Well, Kathy, you know,
Well, it'll be
that's
payback,
what
won't
my
it?
view is on this. And I'm adamant that I will fight this. Everybody should know that.
And I
My-
don't know, I
The
will.
way I work.
The single most important thing that's going to happen to ends of Fitzwilliam and things like this decade, if not this millennium, it could change completely.
We'll
Right?
lose
And
loads
the
of
number of
identities.
people who
We'll
actually
be going
don't
to
know
what
a damn
we
thing about it.
and
It's frightening.
We'll lose his identity.
Everything will link up.
Yeah, there'll be no board lines, and we'll be just on
Just look at City Fields.
We'll have
Wakefield,
no,
where
we'll
it's
have no,
mushrooming to. Just look at it.
we'll have no wildlife.
My main concern still is air pollution down into Cross Hills. If they're going to build that many houses going down into Cross Hills, it's already air polluted already, and there's not been said further about that matter, and it needs highlighting.
It has been highlighted by, John, it has been highlighted by Melanie Jones, Councillor Melanie Jones, it has been highlighted.
The other thing is that you need to be taken into consideration. We've just had the English ladies team just winning the Euros, and they're actually now saying that we need more playing fields to promote ladies. So the LP 1511, you're actually looking at taking away the fields.
This is going to lead us into LP 1511, where they have made big adjustments to their proposal. The proposal now is that there'll be 2 playing fields and a pavilion built if we get past.
But they offered something similar to that, Matt, to
This is my point with this one, because we know for a fact they can say, hey, we'll give you this, and then further down lines, we can't give you that, but we'll give you this. And then further down lines, so we can't give you any of it, we'll just build us houses.
Yeah.
And we need that, we need to stop that from start.
Why don't you put the football field and all golf course down there as well?
If we get like-for-like fields in place at Highfields that we're losing, what would people's opinion be then?
It's not just that, is it?
It's not
Yeah,
really, it's not the same area, is it?
Yes, but we're arguing over the loss of the playing fields. If we get like-for-like playing fields in place of, beyond
Put them in LP 21.
beyond where the fields are now, that's where the proposed fields will go. If we get like-for-like, what?
Well, it's still going to affect the local infrastructure.
I'm going to say you have looked at
I've seen the plan that they're going to extend that field to include the loss of playing field. So if we get the same playing field area that we're losing,
have you considered infrastructure?
We don't want houses, mate.
that's the thing. This country's got a shortage of houses. We need to build houses.
City fields at Wakefield, how many they put there?
We have 300,000 shortage of houses a year in this country. We need to be built.
Why don't we build them all at Charleston?
So in Emsworth, Fitzwilliam and Kingswood, they're proposing over 800 houses. Over 800 houses. Where are those people who are living in these houses going to go to school? Where are these people going to go to the dentist, the doctor? Where is cars and computers going to go?
But when the full plans get revealed, they would have to submit where all that would be, the infrastructure. If they can't prove that, it won't get passed.
Bollocks, absolute bollocks.
That's why we're objecting.
I thought we objected to the loss of playing fields.
That's one aspect.
everything.
So you're opposing house building. Now, that's
That particular project is ridiculous.
the house building's okay somewhere else.
No, we aren't saying that. Right, what we're actually saying is...
I propose that they
I
represent
think you are saying that. The house building is okay, but not near me.
Are you going to allow me to
No,
answer?
well,
Are you going to tell me what I'm saying?
I think we need to move on with this one because
Well, you're very good at telling people what they think.
I-
You won't give me a chance to answer it.
If playing fields weren't supplied with the development that they're proposing in Highfields, I couldn't support that.
It's not just about playing fields. It's about the ecology, it's about the culture, it's about the identity, it's about the infrastructure. Do you want me to write you a PhD about it, right? Read it, read all the objections.
I'll say it again. These houses will be okay somewhere else.
No,
They've got to be built somewhere. They've got to be built somewhere.
Actually, do you know what? We've even said regarding LP 21.
He's not going to agree with you, might as well leave it. He's not going to agree with you.
We may not
Can we move
complain.
progress, please?
Yeah.
Because,
He's only interested in his own opinion.
It's just aggressive.
Can I just say finally, and I promise I will shut up about this. Councillor Hurst, 1 minute you're saying you haven't seen your emails and you haven't seen your plans. Can you come and see me after the meeting? These are what I've been passed and given today. These are the updated plans. These are the borders. These are showing all the agenda for the meeting that 2 of you councillors. Councillor Kenyon, can I address you please and say, when it was the LP 21 meeting hearing on the 8th of December and you didn't turn up with Councillor, the town clerk, which 2 councillors, I'll ask again, which should be the ward councillors representing the Highfields, why have you not been informed? Why have you not got what I've got as a resident? You've said you've been sent an email, the town clerk says it's been sent it. These were all processed on the 22nd of July from the planning officer, Minnie Schofield, from Wakefield Metropolitan District Council.
Yeah, we've got these.
So why have your other councillors not been given the packs? Why have they not got
Well,
them?
we got some on Friday and some on Monday.
No,
we
they-
did, Madam Week.
So can you please tell me, I asked at the beginning, which councillors are going to be at the meeting on Tuesday the 20th of September at 10 a.m. representing our community, our residents, the Highfields in particular, which councillors are going to be there? And I do know the planning chair, Councillor Hurd, will be there. She's been there from day one, helping on LP 21. So I'll ask again, which councillors, and if you're saying we don't know anything about it, why don't you know anything about it? The emails, your town clerk's admitted, you've had your packs, you've had your details.
I'll check my emails and attend.
I'll go. I haven't
All
had
the
any
actual
emails.
information we're giving you, instead of sourcing the information yourself,
somewhere,
all the
yeah.
actual information
You're the councillors.
the public is actually giving you.
Thankfully for 36 being available for over 2 years for us to look at.
You just need to
Still
get
not
your act
right.
together.
Well,
you
you
lot.
get
Can we
information
move on?
and put it in your head so it goes ahead.
I'll look at all the information given
You're
to me.
treating
and I'll-
us with
Can we move
contempt.
progress now, please?
Yes, you are.
You can't blame COVID, Jim.
Can we move progress now, please?
We're getting treated with contempt. You know.
Item 7.
We are.
Draft policy.
I back it 100%. I know, you don't. She does.
Oh,
She
no,
does.
sorry.
This lot.
Right. Item 4. Receive and approve the minutes of the meeting held on the 23rd of June 2022. Five, Wakefield Metropolitan District Council Planning Enforcement Plan Consultation. To consider Wakefield Metropolitan District consultation on its planning enforcement plan. No comment. Item 7, abuse policy to review the council abuse, intimidation and rudeness policy to protect members of council, staff and public. So this has been brought by me. Through, obviously it isn't working as the policy we've already got in place. And
Can't hear you, like, you can't hear you. Put your pen down for now.
obviously this our policy at the moment isn't working. So we need to bring into a new policy to protect councillors, staff and public from abuse.
Definitely need to know.
So can I propose that we set up a, hang on, can I propose that we set up a committee to review that?
Yeah.
And what did you say?
Can I just say,
that, using the application form you're looking at, it's asking my date of birth and things like that, which should never be on an application form. So I think I'd review all the policies, the application forms and that.
So that people pick someone like yours on the working group. Yeah. Donna? Sean? Yeah. And Louise?
It's a working group, it's recommended back to the committee.
So now we'll go into expos and let's have the public. Thank you all for attending. See you soon.
So don't we come back in for the exclusion? Extraordinary. You should read it. Thank you all for coming. Extraordinary. Thank you all very much for coming.